What kind of justice do we really have when the judges are seen smiling beside the accused before the trial has even begun? This question has stirred deep concern across the country. It's not just about Vice President Sara Duterte anymore. It's about the very integrity of our justice system. How can we trust a process that already appears tilted before the first gavel even drops? On June 12th, just 2 days after the convening of the Senate as an impeachment court, Senators Imee Marcos and Robin Padilla were seen side by side with Vice President Sara Duterte at an Independence Day celebration in Kuala Lumpur, the very same person who is now facing serious charges before the Senate, the very same senators now expected to serve as impartial judges in her impeachment trial. Now ask yourself, if this were any other courtroom, would it be acceptable for judges to socialize with the accused just days before the trial? Would it be acceptable for a judge to attend a party hosted by the very person they are about to judge? Political scientist and Professor Antonio Contreras didn't mince words. In his interview with One News' Storycon, he said, and I quote, "They are with the defender, accused, impeached. That itself is already another example of a clear conflict of interest." Contreras emphasized this is not just about appearances, it's about fundamental judicial ethics, the moral compass of a functioning justice system. He reminded us that the job of a senator judge in an impeachment trial is not political, it's judicial. It's governed by the same principles of impartiality, prudence, and honor that guide every legitimate court of law. We have standards, he said. And when those standards are blurred, we begin to lose the legitimacy of the process. Even Christian Monsod, one of the framers of our 1987 Constitution, has spoken out. His message was clear. Senators like Ronald Bato, De La Rosa, and Francis Tolentino should recuse themselves from the impeachment trial, especially after they publicly dismissed the impeachment complaint against the vice president. Monsod said, and I quote, "The source of legitimacy is independence. If they're incapable of independent thinking, I think they should withdraw and say, we're not participating." He's right. It's not just about who you support politically. It's about the duty you swore to uphold. Every senator judge took an oath to deliver judgment fairly, without favor, without prejudice, and based solely on evidence. But what happens when you're photographed in full public view, visibly siding with the accused before the proceedings even begin? ACT teachers. Party list representative France Castro has echoed these concerns. She specifically pointed to Senators Imee Marcos and Robin Padilla, saying their political closeness and open support for the vice president make it impossible to believe they could render an unbiased judgment. "Kahit siguro tawasin mo yung mga yan," she said, supporter pa rin ng mga Duterte. It's a statement that resonates with many Filipinos who are tired of double standards, tired of a justice system that appears to serve power, not truth. The House Prosecution Panel has also taken note. They are now studying the possibility of formally requesting the inhibition of certain senator judges. Because if the public loses trust in the judge, then how can we ever trust the verdict? Let's be clear. This is not a witch hunt. It's not about silencing allies or attacking personalities. It's about preserving the sanctity of a constitutional process. An impeachment trial is one of the gravest procedures in a democracy. It demands not just legal rigor, but public trust. The Filipino people deserve a fair trial. Vice President Sara Duterte deserves a fair trial. And to have that, we need judges who are not just fair, but seen to be fair. That's the basic standard of justice. Without it, we risk turning the impeachment court into nothing more than political theater. So here's the real question. If the outcome is already being toasted in private gatherings before the trial even begins, then what kind of democracy are we living in? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you believe senator judges should recuse themselves when there's a clear conflict of interest? I want to hear your voice. And if you value truth, accountability, and real justice in our country, please like this video, share it with others, and hit subscribe to Ang Kampanero, Tinig ng Katotohanan, Tunog ng Kasaysayan. This is where we dive deep into the issues that matter most. To our new subscribers, welcome and thank you for joining us. And to everyone who stayed with us until the end, maraming salamat. Let the bell of truth, justice, and freedom keep ringing.